Look, between Ornn, Zia, Braum, your ability theoretically to stay safe a long, long way away is good. Especially if you get to like 2 items, 3 items preferably, without being miles and miles behind. Try and counter invade across here. Shanks, Shanks is in a really horrible spot. You had to have an idea that Monki was doing this, no? I think Shanks might die now. No, okay, not going to happen. Shanks is going to need to reset. Monki wants the camps. No, Tarzan's coming now as well. Okay, now this gets really interesting. Shanks is in a really awkward spot. Monkey's coming forward. Thank you for the follow. Now is the time to do it. We are fighting over this topside Scuttle Crab. Jump out of the Ripper. Remember, there is no red buff and no buy on Monki. This is not a fun place for Monki to be. Flashing away. Flash forward from Tarzan. Slide in from the side of Karis. But they still get the kill. Red buff value. The shield from the command protected. Karis goes down. Tarzan, the regular season MVP with the early jungle ignite on the Rumble. We'll get the teleport eventually later on. Nice shuffle in from Karis there, but there is still a good trade back from Shanks, who's got the lost chapter already. Cube is not going to have a lot of fun here. No aggro taken. The flag, the drag, the flash. Good charge into the wall. Tarzan does have flash. Will die for this. 1 for 1. Flandre ignites for it. They're very potent on the current patch. Have been for the majority of this year and last, to be honest. Ignite comes on. Sorry, the Ignite. The Equalizer comes on down. Flandre with his forever present Rumble in the Jungle skin. Tarzan's here. We're going to be seeing an Ornhorn, I think. Monkey's also around. Well, there's the Cataclysm. Ornhorn summon. Flag, drag. Potential angle now from Monkey. The damage back is good. It's too far. That's what we mean by the saying Tarzan sometimes full sends. Doesn't have the ultimate. Is he going to be given this? He is. Flandre has flash and ignite, but could end up in a really tricky spot here. We'll need to ignite Cube, I think. We'll die here. This is too much from AL's top side. Flandre flashes away. Monkey still had it. Flash with the 3 talent strike knocker. And down goes the Rumble. Will cost him his bot side. The shove in there from Flandre. Maybe it did. Either way, gets punished for his over-aggression in lane. Tarzan will get the bot side dragon from this. Oh, Flandre will clear out that wave bot. Dragon started. WE in the river. But there will be a Rumble collapsing. Tarzan goes in. The bullet time after. Tarzan falls. But the damage back is still good. Flandre in the backline with the Equalizer come on down is good. Kael just about falls. It's a 2 for 1 in favor of... Actually, 2 for 2 now. I do apologize. Flandre will likely fall after, though. As Cube comes in. Flandre flashes out to safety. Shanks stays with us. That was a 4v5. Dragon will go the way of WE. The 4v5 being a 2 for 2, not fantastic. And Karis ends up falling. Who ended up dying? Tarzan, Kael. Who got the kills? Did Tarzan get to ult there? I don't think he did. Ah, I see. So Karis TP'd in. Or did he get... that's what happened. That's how he died. I was thinking, how on earth did Karis die? He just lost the 1v1. There we go. That makes sense. Still 4,500 gold down is going to be a problematic point to play around for. This game in particular, yaoyao doesn't have flash anymore. That's a dead Braum. You're just not tanky. Ooh, good stand behind, but now about forced to run away. Doesn't have a turret to work with. There's the depth charge. The flag, the drag. Tarzan gets that one. Nowhere safe on the map. Karis and Monkey need to run back. Kael, hit by the wind, becomes lightning in the winter's bite. Have that passive proc. Do they want this? I think they might. Flag and drag, flash out from Kael. Now Monkey going to be in a potentially difficult spot, but overcomes the rest of the team. Flag and drag through. Shanks with the shockwave. The bullet time! Emperor's Divide disengages, but Hope is not disengaged. Flag drag back in from Tarzan with some Sundered Sky Marshal cadence healing. Oh, wonderful. Hope gets the shove through bot. They have come together very nicely. Last turret. Is that a Welsh win? Bodadar, my Welsh brother. No hook moment? Yeah, basically. Herald charge onto the inhibitor turret. The gold continues to grow. Void staff now done for Shanks. Comes the depth charge. There is no more CC immunity. Cube forced to flash. Yaoyao now here with a stand behind. Teleport in. They want this flight. TP in from the Rumble. Reminder, does not have the upgraded shield, but does have the ignite. Can look for a really nasty Equalizer here. Good damage onto Karis. He needs to slide in. It's a wonderful Emperor's Divide. Shanks will likely fall. The shockwave before he does, though. Out comes the shot glass. And hope will ensure that they will be drinking triple shots. And that's a little bit too much. And WE are drunk under the table. A full ace for 2. I appreciate it, Karis. You're being jumped on your full send and pray. But the only thing the Emperor dividing was dividing there was by 0 members standing. We know that's mathematically a poor idea. To Baron never come for free. The cross maps to steal whole quadrants of the jungle and pick up those respawns of scuttles and the objectives on the other side have made this very, very difficult. The tower damage as well has always been there for anyone's legend. Again, WE making those plays never come for free. They'll look for something here on a Kael. They do get that knock up onto Shanks. Kael tanky enough at this point with the locket shield. Tarzan pretty low here. Brawn passive's been good, but they just don't have the damage, and now the turnaround is good. Hope threatening. Out comes the glass. Are we having any shots to follow? No, we are not. Valkyrie out. Hope manages to double up onto the Corki, and they'll get 3 for 1 right now. The bullet time after. And 4-4. Looked a little dicey with that Brawn passive, but Karis isn't there. He's having to contend with Flandre. So everyone in the jungle just slowly gets melted by this Misfortune, who is Misfortune by name and absolute terror by nature. 5,000 gold up. Hope has been one of those players that is off-maligned for anyone's legend. He's good, but not great. Anti-clutch. Not as flashy. You've got 2 items. Maybe Flandre gets jumped on here. He's pretty bloody scary. That's a 3-level advantage. He's got Ignite! Monki's gone. Karis flashes, so does Flandre. He speeds himself away. Out comes the equalizer. He wants the 1v1. Goes golden with the flame spitter on. Karis needs to be really bloody careful, but it means he's not back. The base is being broken. The Nexus turrets are under siege, and you don't have the Azir. Cube falls. Doubled up by Hope. Some love taps. Not sure they're really taps so much as gut punches at this point. Nexus turret's just about to survive that wave. Cube dies, as we noted. 4v3 in the base. The bullet time comes on down. We never got to see the full damn combo. It was never required. Shockwave not stirred indeed. Sublime stuff from anyone's legend. Convincing. Comp with relatively low target access, really outsiders and speeds up the RE now, is feeling very happy.
You're into a 0cc comp, you're completely fine to just push the playmaking button. Pantheon RE will turn up to the play. This is at level 1 specifically, and maybe that's why we wanted to play around that. Flandre, good play in this early game versus Cube as well.
Hang on, just gonna keep our eyes on that one. That's a crash play with flashes to avoid a potential last auto there. The Cube flashes. So Flandre flashes over Cube snip and gets the solo. Popcorn chicken large goes towards Monki.
Well, both jugglers on the same amount of XP. It does mean... Oh, that's really close. He just kills him. Kael had heal.
I don't think he thought he was going to need it.
Yeah, well, bloody obviously so. It's all really in their wheelhouse. Works quite well for the meta right now. Cube does not be having that flash, and there's a level 6... I mean, Tarzan is just going to kill him.
Yeah, that's a chunk to begin with. Oh, he's just skipped and /4, and he still doesn't have flash. Cube is a dead man.
I don't know. Monki uses the first subject of the game to not crazy value, actually. Hang on. Can't he just... The Cube has flash. Wait, does he get ulted on anyway?
Yeah, flash out. There's the attempted in. Tarzan's got flash. He's dead. He's so dead. He's not even got the W up, and that's another kill.
Oh, Cube. 0 and 3. We're 8 minutes in, and he's died 3 times. Trundle's alone on this mission.
A little bit more limited. They've been used to good effect here to put about into a tricky position. I've seen a few times now where the rocket spacing's forced to step forwards, and hang on, Kael on the wrong side of the pillar here. We're gonna have to start talking. The Chompers come out. The flash is required. Kael now down. Oh! Yaoyao gets another kill, but in comes Tarzan looking to stun up Monki. Will look to cultivate his spirit. Hasn't transcended himself as yet.
Subjugate was used. That's why Tarzan felt so low. Let's be careful there, Tarzan. Hang on, they're teleported in. That's going to be the Scion now. Here comes the train.
Can look behind something.
They don't have Trundle. He's the tankiest person on the rift.
Have they got a pillar? That might be required. If they don't have the pillar, they can't interrupt the Psyonop flash for the Roar of the Slayer. The double knocker. Over comes Shanks, gets the kill onto yaoyao, forced an additional flash. Gwen's going to be left alone topside, though. Worth noting, over comes Tarzan. That'll jump on a Monki. Out comes the Slurkle, but Karis can't provide death. The Bunny Rabbit running out of damage. Missed the Q. The twofold Hex would require a third. About left alone on the bot side as Flandre just walks at him. And the Furnace. That's the one we'll find the kill in the end. Took me a second to remember what the name of that ability was.
I just love how the subjugate gets used bot lane and it's dying from that end at that point. What was I going to say? Yeah, you can see that, you know, Hope is actually able to outtrade. Hang on, subjugate's used. Here comes the Pantheon ult.
Over they come with that grand starfall, and Monki is left in the dirt. Yaoyao turned into another bunny rabbit. The polymorph comes on through, and Hope is donated another. That gets him a second. He's gone Phantom down to second to just increase that speed up. Karis tries to get onto Shanks.
Who asshole. Real credit to Hope. I didn't think that the Jinx Lulu would be as good as the Aphelios. Lulu Jinx gets ahead. The Jinx then DPS checks you. The thing about Yunara is you can sometimes DPS check him. There is someone hanging out in the enemy jungle from WE. Monki is there.
I don't know about this one, Monki.
He doesn't have subjugate.
They found him. Shanks got ult. Is he going to be forced to use it quite yet? No. Holding now. Finally burns it. The charm goes wide, but Monki's still in the play. Tarzan throws the Aegis ult, blocks a lot of that damage. Now the TP's come flying. Monki at half. Still with the charge to work with. The Chompers come on down and immediately root up the Gwen. He's not going to have that much fun. I hope now stepping on forward with the Rocket's got the Phantom down. Out comes the Slurkle. Trying to find some time between worlds, but misses. That weirding cube tries to snip his way out to safety, but scissors to a gunfight or a magician fight for that matter is going to be a difference. Well, the Ultimate Deception goes wide, but the charm does not, and Shanks gets the kill. Yaoyao forced to run the zap. Ensures that will be a short-lived affair.
This is just not. You cannot win a fight against a Scion without the subjugate. The Trundle is meant to deny the frontline possibility of the Scion, and now it doesn't matter. The fight's already disengaged. Flandre has already kind of done his job at that point.
Shanks goes in at 2/3 HP and nearly loses that 1v1 to the Quake. Very close about it. Dangerous. Our flash there is, and that ensures About's death as the Comet Spear crushes the skull. Now Yaoyao might be just going ow, ow. Forced to flash before that one's the truth. Shanks now ulting on forwards, lands the charm, and there is no way out for the Karma, who has her own namesake returned towards her. She's a very bad lady.
These teams from Group Perseverance, WE and NIP, we thought, well, we haven't seen them versus Ascend. What is the gap, really? They look pretty good, WE, in a couple of their series and those play, and same with NIP. Of course, we haven't seen NIP play just yet. But there is a difference, though, between anyone's legend. Props to that one. Chat, you'll have to tell me if it was actually good or not. Is it one of those ones you're like, oh, I wish I'd said that an hour ago? You know, like when you might have to ult out of danger here if things go badly enough, but Tarzan without flash. Again, it's the client that's dying. You can actually see the player cams moving. This is just the client dying. What has happened today? We actually had a client full on die earlier today, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, just went to like reconnecting screen.
Oh, wow.
And while the players are just sat there vibing, at least it's not affecting their game.
That's true. And in fairness, of all the people to affect, us is probably better than the client.
Shockwave not stirred it. That is the one.
Yeah, Shockwave. Too late this game.
I mean, there's a Black Cleaver on Tarzan, so I think you actually care. And he's going to use that probably right here.
Over comes Shanks. The Comet Spear lands. Shanks gets a reset. The charm lands onto the Karma, who is eviscerated. Hope gets the double kill. The Hex Optics range proving very valuable to keep those rockets at absolutely monstrous ranges.
This is like. This is like an NBA team going for Little League. Because you've got like these 6-foot monstrosities against like little Timmy who's just hit 3rd grade or something.
LeBron's gone to middle school and started dunking on them kids.
It's LeBron versus LeBron's James. Flandre, I mean, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. They can ult him. They don't actually have the damage even to kill him, even if they subjugate him. This will be a free Baron early into the game. We might be seeing one of the fastest best of 5s in LPL history, Sam. The first half of someone's HP anyway, and you just crit someone to death with your Shadow Flame passive. Hope gets the reset from killing the tower. If that W landed, that might have been the dead about.
I don't know whether you needed the Verdant Barrier this game. I suppose you are into double AP threats.
Yo, Magrain, thank you so much for the gifted subs.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Top lane getting pushed in by No's Legend, and Tarzan, I mean, he's not taking prisoners here. Monki has to ult defensively.
Forced to flash out his Monki. Tarzan left a little low, but not down. Monki with a speed up could maybe look to head onto Flandre there.
Flandre doesn't need to care anymore.
No.
So the subjugate was down. This is the problem for WE is that I think maybe the one winning angle was, okay, I mean, you had the winning lane phenomenon potentially. However, I think what really, within regular split, and it was games like this on the Scion where he just takes over in a way that no one else in the LPL top lane pool is doing right now, which really made me believe in him. If he escapes that laning phase, Flandre is just... Oh, my God,
Hope got excited. That's the problem. He's also got the Infinity Edge now, so the Hex Optics rolling as well. Is really stingy. Hope goes to about half and then gets healed and is just fine. Up comes the Orb Deception Monki, just about alive. The Zap just wide. But again, forced back to Fountain. Nexus turrets now under siege. Cube trying to snip the wave away.
The game's just going to be over. They're going to kill Cube. They get the reset from the tower. Jinx is just gunning them down.
the heirs apparent to the LPL throne, look down at these wannabe contenders and laugh in their faces before executing them a second time. It has been a brutalization across the first 2 games. You wanted to know whether AL were...
The other day from, we saw that from Shiwu in the LCK.
Yeah. Well, hovers there that were quite good fun, but it will not be an Olaf or an Allow. It'll be the Zahen, which could actually be a jungler at the minute with the way the meta's gone. We've not seen it so much in the LPL, but it's where it is made some difference. I appreciate the fact that Oblong, you subbed before following. That's very appropriate. That's the way it should be done, guys. If you want to follow the channel, sub first, you know? Flandre eats fair amount of damage. Does dodge away well. Cube flashing for flashing. Good dashing away. Cube can take
No! 2 games in a row! Flandre wins the dive, outplays Cube. I thought he wouldn't be able to do it with the shield down, but he does it anyway. Yeah. Oh, Flandre. What a guy, Sam. What a guy.
Cube again gets square rooted, and Flandre now gets to come back with the ult available, and Flandre's just not having he's having a lot of fun, whereas Cube is really not. He needs to try and speed his way away. How much until Flandre has cooldowns? He's waiting, dashes on forwards, and Cube is dead. Twice in a row. This is over.
I swear to God, if Cube goes 0 and 3...
20 minutes, 55 seconds is what is required. Unlikely at this point, but still, you are going to make it happen. Early
Down
leads
defensively, you should be okay here. Now, Tarzan, the whole lane's coming up here. Oh dear, yaoyao does not want to be here, I don't think.
He might land the hook, but if he does that, he dies. Can look to come across there, the Vault Breaker. Shanks now in a little bit of danger, takes a lot of damage, but now yaoyao's like, I can't get involved here. The stolen encore is decent. Karis, but I get some healing, can't quite do it. And now yaoyao is in the enemy jungle, didn't find a hook, went into the raptor pit, and is now crying about being a robot with no home.
He's also got an arrow in his back. Hey, that's not great for your mental health or your physical one, really. Kael's going to get the root over the wall. Oh, poor yaoyao. Sam, it's happening again. 20 minutes, 50 minutes, 50 seconds.
Oh, hang on, there's a pass it out from Monki. That was a really good true shot barrage. Missing the beat drop. Monki left pretty low, but not quite down. Last auto goes and gets it. Kael on the carry. Seraphine about now looking for more shots. Can maybe land a mystic shot or two. Will end up cunning swipe.
Okay, potentially looking for a hook here. Karis looking to... Oh, hang on, yaoyao looking to hex flash over. Here comes the robot.
Look for something. The encore is beautifully timed. Hope still has the flash. Kael just about wide there in terms of surviving that blitzcrank hook. Hope flashing away. Going to get yaoyao staying alive. He's going to try and get through the range as focus eventually falls down. So the 1-for-1, but you know, not bad in the 2v3.
Yeah, Hope probably could have just flashed the Zahen W. Probably lived. Doesn't respect it. Does end up getting hooked into the... It's pretty bad aura loss dying, but also he does get the kill in the 2v2. Yeah. Fair play, fair play. Gets the flash out of about as well. He needed to flash the gap close into the brush, but very nearly getting a huge blow. Oh, that's kind of scary.
Last auto, flash for it. Yes! Shanks gets it as well. Everywhere just keeps going wrong for W.
Now they see it. Was Tarzan spotted there too, though?
Tarzan thinking about turns about immediately cleansed. Now they've turned it around. Yaoyao's going to get eaten alive. The cease and desist after onto Monki. Throws in the Grim Deliverance, but Hope surviving. Nicely far away. They've got the stolen Ashe ult, which was decent, but overcomes Shank with the Weaver's Wall. Seismic shove onto Karis, who desperately tries to abscond and abduct, but the only thing he's got abducted is his own life bar, about hit with a giant fist, courtesy of Vi. And Tarzan is the king of the jungle.
Anyone's legend, win the information battle. They use the Tarzan... But you don't have many shots left in the chamber. You're so far behind. Well, they might go for something now. Karis is looking for it, but Tarzan's defending.
Wonderful Void Breaker. Does a really good job. The stolen encore will be decent. There comes that high note. The encore comes across, but it's bumpered through by the public execution. Karis has his ankles broken, and Tarzan and AL just refuse to lose a fight.
The encore's been cancelled, Sam. Get off the stage. WE will not be playing another song. No matter when you get the mid lane quest, but you do want it at some point, especially when you're fighting like this. Cube gonna see another tower go down in front of his face.
Cylinder remains unharmed. Oh, dear me. Oh, deep internet lore there. Well, yaoyao will hex flash. Tarzan tries to bring the arrow into the encore, into the seismic shove. No, turn it off. Turn it off. I can't watch anymore.
Anyone's legend of becoming WE's nightmare. Flandre maybe looking for an ult over the wall here. The client, he's ulted about. He's killing him, Sam. He's killing him.
To be continued. Dun. Out comes that Weaver's Wall. And unfortunately for this one, the encore will in fact be maybe Do you really want to know how your enemy health bars disappear? The shock blast comes along. There is a passive. Maybe that buys time, but Flandre has still got a lot to work with. Kael now here. We'll get a bit of surround sound when Cube gets a little bit rooted up. They're still trying to trade this. It's a 2v3! It's a 2v3! Stop!
Flandre has too much healing. The Eclipse Shield comes around. He's got level 2, the ultimate, the Omnivamp's in there too. This is, Sam, not only are we above a kill a minute, Sam, anyone's legend as a team has a kill a minute.
This is a comp that could just keep diving turrets and not care about it.
True, but they're not actually killing the turrets that well right now. I say that Cube is jumping onto Shanks. He's doing okay damage there. Can't deal with Tarzan though, I don't think.
May now just get punched in the face, does so. There's a blast shield, the Vault Breaker lands, and Cube keeps trying to run away, gets an Eclipse Shield, and Tarzan just doesn't care to swipe for the slow. And a kill. Now mid lane we look again. Yaoyao gets a hook, but Kael will land the encore, and they definitely do not want more. Trying to jump to the other Grim Deliverance to flash away. The public execution goes wide, but because they've killed the people it was supposed to hit. Karis turns up, blast code over the wall, but Flandre can keep going. Sundering Slam to follow up with the lacerates, and the Drake Hound step ends up being the 3-for-1.
Well, they get themselves the third kill of the game. Bad news is it costs them 3 of their own. Anyone's Legend will push in through mid lane a little further, and Anyone's Legend, they're just not stopping. They're just not stopping. They continually find more kills, and the biggest thing I'm noticing about this game, because the analysis falls apart after a little while, right? But Anyone's Legend are very good at finding extra members to know where the next player is going to be.
Flandre gets hooked, but they have actually no damage. Now Shanks gets come on over, and so the hook just leads to another death onto the Blitzcrank. Cube's TP'd in, can look for the shot blast, misses it. Now Cube's in danger. Gets jumped up, the Sundering Slam, the beat drops slow. Cube just about alive. Stolen encore there by Karis, hijacking that one out, but we've already seen how aggressive AL are with their copyright strikes. No stealing Seraphine's music. She's got a team of lawyers who are murderous in their legalizing.
Yeah, I think that's Tarzan. I don't even know how lawyers refer to this as the Right Honourable Tarzan. That's the judge. Sure, he could be that too. Whatever. He can be anything he wants to be. Who am I to determine Tarzan's future? He did have his ultimate ready and available. There isn't really much for Anyone's Legend to do on the map besides kill WE some more. They don't have objectives to do.
In under 20 minutes and 55 seconds. You've got...
Well, they have the Herald going into the bot lane. This is going to be at least another charge in. They'll get that. They're going to break the inhibitor on this play.
Arrow down. Cube gets hit by the arrow to the seismic shove. They can keep going. This might be a shove onto the inhibitor at least. Eyes on the clock. Eyes on Anyone's Legend. How far do they want to go? How aggressive? How much aura are they willing to farm?
Oh, Jesus Christ. They have 2 minutes to end the game to make the fastest LPL.
They're going.
The fastest best of 5 in LPL history. If this continues the way that it does, WE will be losing in such a historic record. They do not want their name on that.
Nexus turret's down. 2 minutes to go. They actually are. I told you to believe. Nexus turret down. Yaoyao hex flashing. The roots coming forward. Don't get distracted by the kills. Think about the game. The public execution. The hijacked encore is dangerous. Kael now in danger. They've gone too far. They can't do it.
They can't do it this time. They push very deep. I think that'll be the end of the push scenario. They were very, very close to potentially ending that game. 20% movement speed, then the slow, then the extra escape, blah, blah, blah thing as well. Approach velocity.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a hook actually on the timer for the longest game. Won't quite find it, but that will still be the death of Yaoyao. Will not be the fastest best of 5 in LPL history, but they will still get the kill.
Sam wasn't counting down the Blitzcrank hook. He was counting down the record for the game. Turns out that Yaoyao thought that was the time to go. And he dies horribly. This game is still probably ending very soon, folks. I don't think Anyone's Legend need... They don't need a Baron or anything.
Oh, Baron had to flash, but he's got nothing to do. He can only arcade shift so many times. He needs to control alt delete. It's the wrong button press. Nexus turret number 2 under siege. The cease, the desist. Karis flashing away. Hook potentially from Yaoyao. Does get Shanks. That's not bad. Grim Deliverance. Monki tried. This is passive rolling. Doesn't get it in time. Hope continues to trade. He's got the Hex Optics active alongside that approach velocity. And it will not be the fastest best of 5 in LPL history, but it's only about a minute off as Anyone's Legends put WE in the history box in a negative way. It is a rout, and Anyone's Legend continue to be legendary.
The current best team in the LPL. They are the team to beat. 3-0 from Anyone.